Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Ameen. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We continue our Ramadan series, Prophetic Duas or Prayers in the Quran. And inshallah, today we'll discuss another dua. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وقال اركبوا فيها بسم الله مجريها ومرساها إن ربي لغفور رحيم. He said, embark in it. In the name of Allah shall be its sailing and its anchorage. My Lord is indeed forgiving and merciful. And another dua, قُلْ رَبِّي أَنزِلْنِي مُنزَلًا مُبَارَكًا وَأَنْتَ خَيْرُ الْمُنزِلِينَ. And say, my Lord, land me with a blessed landing, as you are the best of transporters. Prophet Noah alayhi salam, after hundreds of years, 950 years, when given the order to make the ship, as Allah had decided to punish the disbelievers in this world by drowning them in the great flood. So he builds the ship and then asks his followers who have believed in oneness in Allah and who have abstained from the wrong deeds to board on it, to embark upon this ship. This was a height of the test for the people of Noah alayhi salam. Imagine, he was building the ship and most of the people who were disbelievers were mocking him. That why in the middle of nowhere he's building the ship. This must have caused doubt even in those who followed Nuh alayhi salam, that maybe there is something wrong in his message. To the point that even his wife and one of his sons didn't follow him. About his wife, Allah mentions in Surah Tahrim, ضرب الله مثلا للذين كفروا امرأة نوح وامرأة لوط. Allah illustrates an example of those who disbelieve, the wife of Noah and the wife of Lot, Prophet Lut alayhi salam. كانتا تحت عبدين من عبادنا صالحين فخانتاهما فلم يغنيا عنهما من الله شيئا. They were under two of our righteous servants, but they betrayed them. They availed them nothing against Allah. Just imagine who was this woman, wife of Prophet Noah alayhi salam. She was married to a prophet, but didn't follow him despite living with him and listening to his message for years. Now think the test that believers of Noah alayhi salam were going through when they were asked to go on this ship. Noah alayhi salam knew that Allah's promise is the truth, that the flood will arrive. And that's what happens. Quran describes the waves as high as the mountains. And that's where Noah alayhi salam prays this dua. Bismillahi majreha wa mursaha. Inna Rabbi laghafur rahim. In the name of Allah shall be its sailing and its anchorage. My Lord is indeed forgiving and merciful. Look at the state of Nuh's belief. He is not comforted that he will be saved because he has built the ship. It's not the ship who will save him. It's Allah's mercy which is going to save him and his followers. Compare this to the level of iman of an ordinary believer who thinks the security systems, the intelligence, the technology during the travel, the immense amount of reliance on material things is the reason that he will be protected. For true believers is Allah's mercy, and the best way to ask His mercy is to ask His forgiveness. That's why Ghafur is mentioned before Rahim in this dua. Now look at what Prophet Noah alayhi salam is asked to say when the earth is flooded already and the water is slowly going down. This dua is mentioned in Surah Al-Mu'minun, the next dua. وَقُلْ رَبِّي أَنزِلْنِي مُنزَلًا مُبَارَكًا وَأَنْتَ خَيْرُ الْمُنزِلِينَ. And say, my Lord, land me with a blessed landing, as you are the best of transporters. He and his believers looked at the destruction of the disbelievers. They are saved. But Nuh is asked to pray this dua. No one except Allah has the power to transport us. The vehicles are just the means. Allah sends angels to protect us. This was how belief of Prophet Nuh salam and his followers was strengthened by Allah. These du'as should be mentioned when we go through a difficult journey. We all know our dua of safar too, the prayer before we travel. Surah Zukhruf mentions it. Subhanallazi sakhar lana hadha wa ma kunna lahu mukrinin wa inna ila rabbana lamunqalibun. Glory to be Glory be to him who placed these at our service, our vehicle. Surely we could not have done it by ourselves, and surely to our Lord we will return. And with that, we finish today's episode. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.